I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. I'm an introvert. I love math. I love nature, riding horses. I'm a troublemaker in a lot of spaces, and I'm a person with a disability. My sister and I both lost our eyesight by age 7. Lost 98% of my usable vision. I had 2% left. And that 2% over time decreased, a gradual decrease until college age, it just became light perception. If it wasn't for my mom that really pushed us to say, you will have dreams and embrace your disability from a point of strength, I wouldn't be here. She would literally in the evening stay with us and she would read books to us. She would actually make sure that we had materials accessible. When a parent or a family says to their kid, no, you have the right to belong, you have the right to exist, don't be ashamed of who you are, that narrative, then that kid will internalize and say, yes, I do. I'm not gonna hide. Most kids with disabilities across the globe don't have that privilege. It shouldn't be a privilege, it should be a reality, but don't have the privilege of either the narrative that my parents brought to our household and or the laws and legislation that we are lucky enough to have here in the US. That was the switch in so many ways for me. When I was a sophomore year in college, I ran the first ever inclusive summer camp in Tripoli, Lebanon, where my parents are originally from, bringing together kids with and without disabilities.
The limitations that they have is not because of their disability, and it's because of society's expectations. But we take that a step further. We don't want them just to impact their own lives. We want them to believe that they have the potential to also contribute to society.
That camp was not only impactful for the kids and for the parents and the community, but even for myself saying, you know what, I'm proud to be blind. This is part of my path, part of my identity. That led me on this journey of disability rights, disability inclusion. There's still a lot of work to be done when it comes to implementations of what true inclusion means. My role as the U.S. Special Advisor on International Disability Rights is that my team and I, we lead the U.S. government foreign policy on disability. We advance the rights of persons with disability across the globe, the 1.3 billion individuals in this world with a disability. But we do it not only from a human rights lens, but also from a value-based lens. We bring value, we actually bring innovation, and it's a loss in society when we're not included. We need to disrupt the narrative on disability. There's so much power with persons with disabilities being in diplomacy. As a blind person, I'm not able to read off of a script. And that forces the conversation to be more authentic. When I enter a room and I need accessibility set up and I say, oh, where are you sitting? Where is this person sitting? That also makes the room more comfortable. It's okay for us to talk about accessibility in those spaces. For me, the power of possible is by taking a pause. When you see a person for the first time, you approach that person with curiosity through the lens of compassion. Who are you? What's your story? That in itself, there's so much power behind it because you're letting them tell their story, you're letting them tell their value, you're letting them tell their identities, instead of you making the assumptions and the labels. I'm a woman, I'm Muslim, I'm stubborn, entrepreneurial,
powerful,
resilient,
kind,
adventurous,
brilliant.
I'm tenacious, creative, I'm a type A person.
I'm Sara Minkara, and I'm the U.S. Special Advisor on International Disability Rights.